Yeah, I hear you well. Get this, Dale.
You what?
This ain't on.
I don't do that one.
I'm talking about Facebook.
This is Charlie phone. Hello? Y'all figured it out? Thank you. Come on. What's wrong?
Have y'all turned the streaming on? Ah, okay. Okay. Cut it up just a little bit in my ear for me.
Okay, now you really gotta say, you really gotta say something.
Huh?
You really gotta say something. I told them you would.
I can't hear you. And just when you thought it was safe, it is absolutely, positively not. And thank y'all so much if y'all can get some of this echo out of my ear. One of the things, the very nice people with Comcast and Xfinity in North Carolina, in the district office, we were having some technicals about for the last hour, and thank them for getting me straight, cause it's start time. And you're about to partake of the most controversial television talk show anywhere in the country. Thank you so very much for joining me. Those of you who join me each and every night by way of the SVP TV network, Comcast 31, where we hit over 350,000 households on a nightly basis. And to those of you who are tuning me in around the country by way of the various social media sites, be it Instagram, be it Facebook, or be it also the Thaddeus Matthews YouTube channel. Well, tonight, and I did go to the city council meeting because I had some things I needed to do today in the office, but I've been fully aware of everything and all the shenanigans that were going on. And we'll talk about that another night because there's something I want to deal with. Also, one of my longtime advertisers who has not advertised in about a couple of months, Scott's Home Improvement. It was him, it was his house rather, that burned to the ground today in the Hickory Hill area. But he's getting ready to start his advertising back again here on the Thaddeus Matthews Show. But tonight, let me deal with something that needs to be dealt with and something that is causing a whole lot of conversation, and especially in the black community. And that's this issue on Ara Kelly out of Chicago, Illinois. And in reading social media, whether it was Instagram, whether it was Facebook, there seems to be this conversation that only wants to deal with Kelly and not deal with the R. Kellys that are in families, that are in churches. That this particular subject has become one sided. Now, those who have been watching this show for a period of time, you understand that I have been talking about sexual molestation of young girls for nearly a year. When three sisters in my church were sexually molested by their mother's live-in preacher boyfriend. And I'm going to come back to some of that in the end. But I want to deal with the R. Kelly story. R. Kelly, who is R. Kelly and what is going on? Now, I'm going to be the first one to tell you that not only do I blame R. Kelly, but if we're going to talk about these girls that R. Kelly supposedly had in his house, and some of you said that they were sex slaves and he was running a cult at the house, where the damn mamas at? The mamas and the daddies. How does your 13, 14, 15-year-old daughter go and reside with a man and stay at his house and you don't know what the hell going on? R. Kelly, the 51-year-old R&B artist and producer, he's recently come under fire after Lifetime aired a new six-part docu-series calling Surviving R. Kelly, which documents alleged abuse to several of Kelly's ex-girlfriends and romantic partners. This series focused heavily on Kelly's scandals, abuse accusations, and child pornography charges over the years. And many of the women featured in the documentary highlight the abuse they claim to have endured at the hands of R. Kelly. R. Kelly has faced numerous other allegations of being involved with underage girls throughout his long career, the biggest involving a sex tape scandal back in 2002. A sex tape emerged showing Kelly engaging in sexual intercourse and peeing on the underage girl. Shortly after the tape leaked, police raided his home in Davenport, Florida, and found 12 images on a digital camera depicting Kelly involved in sexual conduct with the female minor. Stephanie Sparkle Edwards, a former backup singer for Kelly and the aunt of the unnamed underage girl in the sex tape, introduced Kelly to the alleged victim, a meeting that she says still haunts her, according to an emotional clip that was a part of this documentary. She says, I should have never introduced her to him. That's what she said in the clip. I heard things and I hear things, but to see it visibly, and she was so young, it effed me up. Sparkle had introduced her niece to Kelly when she was 12-year-old, and the alleged sex tape was recorded 2 years later when her niece was 14. She said she began to fear that the relationship was getting out of control once she found out her niece was going to his home and studio all alone. Let me put a pin in my notes right there. How does a 14-year-old child go to the house of R. Kelly without the parents and even this auntie knowing? Now, once the tape surfaced in 2002, Sparkle didn't hesitate to go to the police and named both Kelly and her niece in the video. Edwards told the police that was her niece that was being peed on by R. Kelly. Hmm. Sparkle is one of many who spoke about their relationship with R. Kelly in the documentary Surviving R. Kelly. To this day, the young girl in the tape has not been identified publicly, although the girl's best friend from childhood, Sima Jameson, did testify against Kelly during his trial, who recognized her friend in the tapes and identified Kelly as the man in the video. Now, according to the 2008 article by CBS News, Jameson was put on stand to testify. She said she and the alleged victim were best friends for about 10 years until their junior year in high school, and that she recognized her friend as the one in the tape. When prosecutors in the case asked Jameson if she recognized the man in the tape, she pointed to Kelly. She told the jury that she and the victim visited Kelly several times at his recording studio and a basketball court when they were just 12 years old. Now, according to the CBS report, the victim first introduced Jameson to Kelly as her godfather and claimed Kelly used to give her friend cash gifts of no less than $100 and no more than $500. She said the two also visit the home where authorities say that the sex tape was filmed between January 1, 1998 and November 1st, 2000. Jameson said her friend never mentioned a sexual relationship with Kelly, although Jameson still identified her as the young girl in the tape. R. Kelly was arrested and he arrived in the Cook County Courthouse in 2008. During the trial, the 27-minute long sex tape was played for the jury. The homemade video shows a man believed to be Kelly having sex with a young female who is naked for most of the recording, except for a necklace with a cross dangling from it. At the very beginning of the video, the man hands the young girl money, and she mouths the word, "Thank you." She then dances to songs from the Backstreet Boys and the Spice Girls before the two began having sex, with the girl calling the man daddy. I got something for you, babe. Okay. A name that Kelly has reportedly been having all of his girlfriends call him for decades. Although the man in the video walks up to adjust the camera several times, his face is obscured. Kelly was facing 15 years if convicted on the child pornography charges. Kelly's defense attorney, Sam Adams Jr., argued that the man in the video was not his client and that somebody could have easily tampered with the tape to superimpose his head on another man's body. He accused Jameson of colluding with somebody in the girl's family, claiming a family member wanted to extort money from Kelly, and also claims that the girl in the video must have been a professional prostitute because the man pays her immediately when the video starts. R. Kelly was eventually found not guilty on all of those charges. So, as the verdict was being read on the final day of the trial, R. Kelly started crying and whispering, "Thank you, Jesus. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus," over and over again. That's according to his lawyers. Due to the fact that the victim in the video never pressed charges, identified herself, or testified in court, the case was left with a significant handicap. But although Kelly was found not guilty on all of the charges in the child pornography trial, he has been accused by several young women of continuing to have sex with minors long after the charges were dropped. Now, I've given you a little of the background. Okay? I've given you a little of the background. And while I do not excuse any man of sexual molestation of a child or the rape of a woman, why is Black America all of a sudden y'all upset? Y'all all up in arms. Y'all fussing and fighting on social media. Y'all not liking it. If you don't believe this, get off my face. What damn? If we have been hearing this for 20 plus years, this is old news. You are allowing a distraction by white media, white media, to take your focus off of what is going on in America. You have been distracted from that bomb that's in the White House by the name of Donald Trump. You are distracted from dealing with empowering yourselves, all because of something that has happened years ago. Years ago. Something that I think that parents of these girls played a role in. Getting paid. See, one of the things that is happening in this country and even in the Black community, you got sorry ass mammies, no good ass mamas, trifling ass women who have gave birth to young girls that's selling their girls for profit. You hoeing out your own daughters. You pimping your own daughters because you cannot make me understand how all of this is going on with these young girls and the damn mamas and daddies don't know what's going on. How can a man say his daughter is being abused by R. Kelly and you didn't go and kick the damn door in? Come on now. Something is terribly wrong, and you're allowing Lifetime to bring you this information. Why Lifetime? And I gave y'all some information on social media. Do you not understand that there is a plan by white power brokers to create a greater division in the black community than we already have. We're already taught to hate each other. Do you not understand that there is a plan in place for the destruction of the black man in America? If you don't believe it, go and read Google. Y'all got Google. Go and read the Kissinger report. Henry Kissinger. When you go and read the Kissinger report, it talks about the disenfranchisement of the black man, getting away from the black man, cutting the numbers of black folk in America. There is a plan, and we are allowing ourselves to be distracted by something that we can't do anything about. How come black America, you've heard what was going on with your little girls in your family. You know Uncle Junebug been sticking his finger in betwixt the thighs and the legs and the vagina of your little bronquitious. The YouTube is down, it's frozen. You know that. You know that the girls in your family are told to stay away from Uncle Junebug, but did you call the police? Did you put his name all over social media? Some of you right now got folk in your family that you know are molesters. You know they are